drone out for a little bit, get some footage of the car, test some shots out at the new spot that I found. A little construction site, or kind of a commercial complex where there's just a public road back through it. Nothing's really being built yet, but it's a nicely paved road, nice and quiet and secluded. Should have known though, there's going to be people working out there this morning, even though it's Saturday morning. I got up early, got everything ready to go, and I thought I'd get out there and take some shots. And by the time I did, a low fuel light came on. It's kind of far out there from where I live, so it's probably good, because if I took any time to get any footage that I wanted to get, I'd probably run out of gas. Oh, here's the gas station. Hello, good day to you. Yesterday was a little bit of a bust when it comes to getting some drone footage. End up running back out to the construction site later in the day. Got a little bit of footage, a little bit of practice with the drone. You know, kind of my first time out in like an open setting. I don't like that I had to stop at a random gas station, so I just got a little sip of fuel yesterday. I try to avoid going to gas stations that I don't know. I try to stick to the 1 or 2 gas stations I always go to. You just never know what kind of quality fuel other places are getting. I always run 93 octane in all my vehicles, just the way, well, I got used to it with the Nissan Infiniti stuff. My daughter's got an Acura, it requires 93. But I thought I'd try some 89 in the Vet yesterday just to see. Burbles on deceleration, the factory burbles are ridiculous. I don't know if it's a fuel thing or just because I kind of been beating on the car today. Really impossible to pick up. Let's see if we can hear it. I'm gonna hear it. Got back out there today and tried the drone a little bit more. Got a little bit more confident with it. Maybe a little too cocky in a couple of cases, but I got a little bit of footage. It's gonna be a fun addition to the channel. But I also picked up a little toy for myself this morning. Finally just went and got myself an extended low profile jack. Yes, it's a Daytona, inexpensive, but it's gonna be great for what I need it for. And years out of this one, but I should have just spent the extra and got the low profile one originally. So now I got 2 jacks, stupid. It works great, and again, I've had it for years, but it is just too high to get under the Vet, and honestly, that's annoying. One of the wheels, hey! I'm planning on upgrading the suspension here in the coming weeks or months, but in the meantime, I do want to lower this thing using the stock bolts, which is something a lot of people do. Just want to get a couple of measurements quick in the driveway, but this will be a decent reference. Looks like we're 28¼ inches up the front here. Right at about 26½ on the front. Really just needs to come down. I'd like it to come down a lot in the rear, but just a touch in the front. I don't know how much lower we're gonna be able to get with the stock bolts, but even if it's like a ½ inch would be good. I wanna pull this thing in tonight and get the front splitter off because it is mangled from the previous owner, and then do the lowering as well. I'm getting new front tires on this thing, so I gotta get the front wheels off too. Another thing on the list for this year is making myself a better set of ramps, or getting some race ramps. Jacking this car up, such a hassle. Needs a full detail too. It's dirty now, but there's some swirling and stuff in the paint needs to be taken care of. The glass needs to be cleaned, needs tint. A lot of stuff on the list for this car this winter. Took the Z out for a little cruise. Told me life. Took the Z out for a little cruise this morning. So I wanted to spend some more time with her before she goes away to a new home, because we listed her for sale. Honestly, runs so good. I hate to give it up, but I don't know. Just got to reprioritize some things and focus a little bit. And she just sits. I don't get to spend much time with her, so off to a new home, I guess. Also got some stuff in for the Vet today, so excited about that. But also, I wanted to get under here and do the lowering now that we got the car up in the air. And those bolts are right here in the leaf spring. Looks like we have a little bit of room. Yeah, there's quite a bit. We'll probably get it down a ½ inch or so. Actually, just gonna squirt a little WD down in there because it never hurt anybody, you know what I mean? Basically did 8 cranks on both sides. I didn't bottom them out. A lot of people just bottom them out, but this front end sits really low in this car already, and I scraped going out of the driveway. So we're just gonna start with 8. We'll see how it goes. It's easy enough to take the front wheels off if we gotta lower it down. I gotta take pictures of these wheels because the last time I took the rears in a couple weeks ago to get the tires put on, and they scratched my wheels. So gotta take pictures. Make sure there's no question this time that they did it, because they tried to deny it last time. So I'm gonna open some of these boxes, see what we got going on. Well, that was fun. Let's see what's in this one now. What is this? Oh no. Ordered the wrong thing. It's supposed to be a 3rd bottle of this. Hopefully 2's enough. This is the transmission fluid that we went with. Highly recommended. A lot of people suggest AMSOIL. This is actually the first time I'm going to use AMSOIL fluids, but we went ahead and did it. So it's AMSOIL ATF. It should help smooth out the shifts. Hopefully eliminate some of the noises that we're hearing, but looking forward to taking on these 2 projects. So I got the 75W90. I saw some people recommended 75-140. I don't know. I've only seen that in a couple of places. This has the friction modifier already added in it, which is good. I think you can still get this at O'Reilly, so if I need another bottle of it, I'll just run there and grab it. I think it takes just over, it might take a touch more than 2 of these if you can't get it fully out of the bottle, so we'll see. Well, you might already be able to guess what is in this box here just by the shape and its length. I'll open that in another video. Maybe we'll just go ahead and do the install in that same video, but we got a lot of stuff going on in this one, so I'm not gonna dive into that one, but I'm excited to get it open and installed. It's gonna make a big difference on this Corvette. Now I'm wanting to take this front splitter off and see if we can do any temporary repairs to it. I think we probably can. I actually prefer this over some of the aftermarket splitters. I think the front bumper of the Corvette needs this. It needs to come down. It doesn't need anything to come out. It's already a long, sweeping, kind of pointy front end, right? So all this aftermarket like carbon fiber splitters that you see all come out. I don't think it needs that. I think it just needs, you know, a little height to it. And that's why I like this one. It's sort of straight down. But man, she's rough. First section of the splitter off, you can see it was eaten up pretty good, but I already smoothed some bits out of it. This has a little bit more roughed up, but I'm going to use some 600 grit sandpaper, see if we can smooth it out some, heat this section up a little bit, and then maybe we'll do some plastic welding to fix that little splitter there. Coming along decently. A little heat gun goes a long way too. Gets a little bit of the sheen back, helps smooth some of the stuff out, the rough edges. Got this sort of leveled out now. I think it's looking decent. Just got one more to go. We're not going to go too far. This one had some adhesive on it. Obviously didn't work. We'll get this one situated too. Maybe. This one's going to be a little bit more effort. It's kind of split right here. I'm not going to go too far with this thing though, because we're going to be replacing it no matter what, whether we go with a regular splitter or we do an OEM replacement. But for the time being, we want it to look halfway decent. Here's the one that's super rough. Got a split there. We're gonna have to get some material, and we're gonna do a little plastic welding here. I'm gonna try to straighten this out first, and then we'll connect all the bits. Don't look too close, but that's gonna have to do. Straightened out pretty well. Got the little fins bolted down or secured down, and fixed the crack a little bit. So I think this is a decent temporary solution. Throwing a little double-sided tape into the mix as well for some security. Not quite brand new, but pretty darn close. Actually pleased with how it turned out. If you consider how this thing looked before, the before and after is, I mean, super good. Now I gotta get the tires put on the front so I can get this thing out of the garage and finally drive it again. Looking good. A little bit of everything going on the last couple of days, but wrapped up a couple projects, got some new parts in, got some stuff coming up, and some projects coming up for the Z and the Corvette. So excited about it. Hope you guys will follow along. Subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate the continued support. See you in the next one. New jack works great, by the way. Pumped about it.